Well, good morning. Welcome to our solo walk. A couple words been going through my thoughts this morning and the last day or so, and I see so many people seeking, looking for, wanting help to find, or trying to get enlightenment or ascension, or and I just thought I would share my thoughts on enlightenment and ascension, being an ascended being and enlightened being, and tell you how to get there, what my thoughts are towards that. And this isn't to say that all the other ones you see and listen to and watch and that are wrong. With who knows for sure, but I'm going to give you the answer right now to being enlightened and the ascension as you see them. Oh, you got to ascend to the 5D and the 7D and the this and that, and you got to do this to be enlightened. Well, here's my thought on it. You are. I am. You are enlightened. You are an ascended being. Pretty simple to me, really. I'm a pretty simple guy. I try to keep things pretty simple. You are. I am. Can't get much simpler than that, really. The only thing you or I have to do is unlearn the program. Realize that there's been so much manipulation, so many lies, so much twisted, distorted truths, and that, and I enjoy listening to some of the other thoughts on that. You hear people channeling this and people getting messages from here and that messages from there, and palladiums are coming, and the all the stories, and it's I enjoy listening to that, because everything's got a little bit of truth in it. Because if it didn't have some truth, it wouldn't stir anything within anyone. Even the political and stuff has some truth in it, because if it didn't, people would see through it right away. But there's just enough truth in it to entice people. But to be a spiritual being, to you see all these gurus and teachers and academics and this and that, and religious leaders and everything. To be spiritual, you must do this or you must do that. You got to read this book. Got to read that book. I watch Y-Files and that, and as AJ and Hecklefish say, there's always a book. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with reading and seeing what other people think and that. But when this book or that book is the way, is you have to do this to be spiritual, or have to do that to be spiritual, or you have to belong to this group, or you have to look this way. That's when I start to question it. And I'm not here to tell you anything or to get you to believe anything. I'm here just to get you to go, let's question this, let's question that. Everybody's journey, experience on this realm, globe, flat earth, whatever you want to call it, you just be happy to call it whatever you want. But everyone's journey is an individual journey. And it's a personal journey. And my view on it, my perception is, you want to be spiritual, you want to be enlightened, you want to ascend, you start to remember, you seek to remember who you are. Because you are enlightened, you are ascended, and you are a spiritual being. That's pretty simple. Like I said, I'm a pretty simple guy, and it's, to me, all that is pretty simple. Easy? No, not necessarily. But simple. Get out from behind the masks. Get out from behind the stories. Quit listening to the guides and the big spiritual leaders and the religious leaders and the political leaders, and start listening to spirit. Start listening to you. Remember who you are. Remember the simple teachings. Seek to understand who and what you are. The only one that can show that to you, teach that to you, really explain that to you, is you. Take some quiet time. Listen. Kingdom of heaven is within. It truly is. Your relationship with Creator, with God, is a personal one. It's not one that you have through me. It's not one you have through some other teacher, preacher, pastor, priest, some other person. That's a relationship you have between you and God, Creator, Source. Call it what you will. But it's a relationship. And as in any other relationship, it goes two ways. And unless you take the time to sit down and talk, to sit down and enjoy each other, to sit down and get to know each other, that relationship is strained, just like any other relationship you have. If you're not willing to give of yourself the time and the effort to have a relationship, to have a connection with each other, that connection just isn't going to happen. Like I said, any relationship takes two. So sit down, talk to Creator. Spirit to spirit, heart to heart. Understand, from my perception anyway. You got to figure it out yourself. Because I don't, like I've said before, the more I know I don't know. And it's quite apparent some days. But yes, sit down. Get out from under that programming. Start to unlearn. Because we've all been programmed. The system has had us all under its control, if you want to put it that way, for as long as man has been around. It's time now to realize that you are, I am, enlightened, ascended, the Spirit. That's not something you put on. That's, you don't become this or you don't become that. You are. And you don't just become a loving being. You are a pure, loving being. So it's been the program that's told you that you're less, that you need something else. Just start being that loving being. Start being pure love, kind, compassionate. Love, be that. Be who you are. Not who the system's told you, not the mask you wear because that's the way the program said it is. Be what's behind that mask. The only one that knows what it is you. The only one that can find it is you. And for me, anyway, like I said, I like to keep it simple. But the only way you're going to understand that you, who you are, is to stop listening to the noise. Stop listening to the program. Stop listening to what everybody says. Start listening to what Spirit says. Listen to what your heart says. Because you are so much more. So much more than what you've been told. And that even more than what you understand you are. Take the time. Get to know you. Meet that amazing loving, wonderful being that you are. Give yourself a hug. Anyway, we'll leave it there. What do you think of that? Let me know. I'm curious what your thoughts are towards that. Like I said, it's pretty simple. You are. I am. Give your loved ones a hug. Tell them they're loved. Look yourself in the mirror. Like I said, give yourself a hug. Tell yourself you're loved. You are more than enough. Anyway, have a great day. Be blessed. Much love. We'll come at you again. Bye-bye.